What up? It's your man, Ole Man Winter. And on this episode of No Holds Barred, we're talking Joe Rogan. Cue the intro. Welcome to No Holds Barred. We're leaving permanent scars, beating odds, living large, giving game no charge. Ole Man Winter's your host. Some say he's doing the most. We can roast, have a toast as we brag and boast. Let's go. What up, what up, what up? It's your man, Ole Man Winter, back in the building once again. And yeah, we talking about this old Joey, my boy, Joe Rogan. Joe, you been a naughty boy, man. You know what I'm saying? You done rubbed some people the wrong way, and motherfuckers done got on some exposure ass shit lately. So, the thing about it is, old Joey, my boy, he's a card carrying white supremacist. It's been made plain and clear. But the issue that I have is that this shit has been known forever. But now all of a sudden, some mysterious entity has a problem with his politics regarding the vaccine, the jab, the shot, that highly controversial thing that's been going around regarding the war of the vaccinated against the unvaccinated, and this is propaganda campaign where the government uh has found another way to divide the people and shit. So, but Joey is on the wrong side of that issue, so um they decide to come down on them. This issue transcends um the white supremacist coalition, as far as when they don't have any black people to target or go after, or the circumstance isn't specifically black people. These people, they collapse in upon themselves. They end up going to war with each other. So since Joey ain't going along with the vaccine propaganda and the programming, now all of a sudden they on his heels about shit. And what a coinky dink. 1 week we're talking about Joey's anti-vax stance and the people that he brings on his show that he's given a platform to, that's allegedly anti-vax provocateurs, for lack of a better word. These anarchists that are preaching not to take the vaccine. So since Joe Rogan is given a platform to that, and him himself saying that he would never take the damn jab to get the vaccine or whatever, they had to come down on him like a ton of bricks. So guess what happens after that right there? I guess they know they can't get enough traction going straight at them regarding the vaccine shit. So what do? They send some type of what seems to me is a overt shield out there to say, "Oh well, I'm not fucking with Spotify because they got Joe Rogan on there." Now, mind you, Joe Rogan is in the news for this vaccine shit, but the shield says, "Oh, it's not because of no vaccine shit. That has nothing to do with it." 1 week after, or a couple of days after the vaccine propaganda bullshit against them. But nah, I got my issue don't have nothing to do with the vaccine. It's because Joe Rogan is racist, which he is a racist piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? But what a coincidence, all of a sudden now, you don't want to fuck with Spotify in close proximity to motherfuckers getting on Joe Rogan about the vaccine shit, but coincidentally, you don't want to fuck with Spotify because Joe Rogan is racist, which he is a racist piece of shit. So, and the shield is Arie. I ain't mincing words with no motherfuckers and shit. Arie came out. I guess they found, she was the closest willing shield to aid in the Joe Rogan alleged takedown. So these motherfuckers basically, whoever's behind trying to push this vaccine agenda and all this other bullshit, they are attempting to weaponize black folks against Joe Rogan, which I have no problem with black folks being against Joe Rogan. Fuck Joe Rogan at the end of the day. I don't give a fuck about him. He's a racist piece of shit. But don't try to use the black community as a weapon against fucking Joe Rogan, so you could throw rocks and hide your motherfucking hands. That's the problem that I have with the whole situation. You know, you motherfuckers knew Joe Rogan was racist all this motherfucking time. NDRE, you just so happen to have a fucking nigga montage of fucking Joe Rogan saying the word nigga just on deck just for any random occasion. I mean, come the fuck on. Like I say, the bullshit behind it, the propaganda behind the shit is just amazing to me. But I'm about to play this motherfucking montage of niggas and all this racist bullshit this nigga said. Cause like I said, I don't give a fuck about Joe Rogan. He's a piece of shit. I never liked the motherfucker. He never been funny. He ain't never been shit to me, but just some white supremacist motherfucker out here that they gave a motherfucking bag to and a big ass platform to. No different than any of these Rush Limbaughs or Tucker Carlsons or any one of these. Pick them out the motherfucking hat shit. But here goes fair use is in full effect. I don't know if I gotta say it for this shit right here, but fair use is in full effect. And this is some, if you might want to take, I don't know. The shit is just wild. You know what I'm saying? So listen at your own discretion, but know that what I'm about to play is rather explicit. So without further ado, here's the Joe Rogan nigga montage.
You know, the nigger thing. Yeah, saying the word nigger. You've already said nigger. He is just like nigger. Saying nigger. She's calling you a nigger. It's like, boy, that he's a nigger. Starts calling them niggers. Word nigger. There should be a word like nigger, especially the word nigger. That's our nigger. Niggers. He says nigger. Guy, a nigger. And there are niggers. Start saying nigger. To use the word nigger. Not the word nigger. See nigger. Word nigger. See nigger. And they couldn't say nigger. Most nigger.
Now, god damn, Joe, man, I mean, I thought I was kind of desensitized to the word nigga, but this nigga making me cringe even hearing this cocksucker say nigga. But he ain't saying, he's saying it the hard ER nigga. He's talking about niggers. You know what I'm saying? Like, which it ain't really a fucking difference, but goddamn, Joe. See, the shit be crazy with some of these white motherfuckers, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? They like fucking cats. Like, I don't know if motherfuckers have any experience with cats, but cats are anything that you try to keep away from. They want the shit even more and shit. You know what I'm saying? So this motherfucker is like, okay, well, it's supposed to be taboo to say the word nigga, so I'm gonna brush my teeth with it any chance I get, because basically I'm too big to fucking fail and shit, and can't nobody do nothing about it. And even if they do say something about it eventually and shit, I'm gonna do what I just did. Gave some soft-hearted motherfucking half-hearted apology and go about my business. And then probably say nigga again 100 more times until the motherfucker come out and say something else about the shit. You know what I'm saying? You could tell the way this motherfucker was saying nigga, this is part of his everyday fucking lexicon. So trust and believe, I'm not throwing no cape on for Joe Rogan. Fuck that bitch nigga. Everything negative that happened to his piece of shit ass, he is well fucking deserved. My thing is this, motherfucker should have been on this nigga heels already. NDRE, if you just so happen to have this montage of Joe Rogan saying nigga on hand all this time, why you decide to come out now and shit? You know what I'm saying? This is not like he just said all this nigga shit last week. This shit has been over a course of years that Joe Rogan has been podcasting and shit, that you all, that somebody, some unknown mysterious person went through all of his content, pulled out every time he said nigga, put it all together in one nice, neatly constructed package, handed it off to the NDRE to act like, oh, I just so happened to run across this shit or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now, this shit is fucking obvious. The shit is all about the fucking vaccine. Don't use us to push your vaccine bullshit. We should have been on his heels naturally. This shit fucks it up for us, you know what I'm saying, to genuinely want to get on this bitch nigga's heels about this shit. Because now you using us, you know what I'm saying, and the racism against us that you motherfuckers been fully aware of this whole motherfucking time. You using that shit to weaponize us against this motherfucker. It's damn near like, you know, like putting a battery in the motherfucker back, like treating the black community like we're your fucking puppets and shit to attack this man, you know what I'm saying, based on his fucking racism. But your true agenda is his anti-vaccination fucking views and shit. You know, it's just ridiculous. And the shit that pisses me off is, you know what I'm saying, if motherfuckers get on this motherfucker heels, let's get on these motherfuckers' heels and at least let it be known, look, I know what the fuck you doing, you know what I'm saying, when you leaking this shit the fuck out here. You know what I'm saying? I know you trying to use us to motherfucking attack Joe Rogan because of that vaccine bullshit. But yeah, I'm still gonna get on Joe Rogan's heels about his racist bullshit, which we should already been on. You know what I'm saying? But motherfucker, it ain't because of shit you talking about. You know what I'm saying? You trying to put a motherfucker on some shit, bro. Because we see through you too. You a racist piece of shit too. You a racist piece of shit. You sat up there and listened to all this motherfucker shit all this time and they never said nothing to this man said some shit against the vaccine agenda. Then you decide to comb through his whole motherfucking library of fucking content and put together his montage of nigga motherfucking statements and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, motherfuckers that's got good sense and eyes wide open and shit, they see, you know what I'm saying, the finesse in this whole motherfucking situation. Yeah, Joe Rogan gets this motherfucking work, but you motherfuckers get this work too, because you ain't about to use a motherfucker like we your motherfucking puppets or some shit. Like you just control the motherfucking, you could just do some shit, tell the black community to jump and we say how high. Fuck y'all too, and y'all fucking vaccine motherfucking agenda and shit. At the same time, motherfuckers need to research into who the fuck even put that shit together and all that motherfucking shit. Who the fuck is behind this shit that got Arie out here shilling for these motherfuckers? You know what I'm saying? Being the Negro front person for these motherfuckers and shit. So Arie need to get this work. We need to research who the fuck was behind the shit that gave her that shit, because she didn't go through that motherfucker shit, all his motherfucking shit randomly and picked out every time the way this nigga said nigga. It's some powers that beach type shit that's behind that shit. Trust and fucking believe. You know what I'm saying? And that motherfucking bullshit that you talking about, it ain't got nothing to do. It's got everything to do with the vaccine. It's the motivation of why y'all leaked the motherfucking shit. So at the end of the motherfucking day, don't try to use us to get on this bitch made nigga Joe Rogan. We'll get on him on our motherfucking own and shit if it's necessary to been got on and shit. You know what I'm saying? Which it is. He a racist piece of fucking shit. And he deserves all this motherfucking work. You know what I'm saying? That a motherfucking can give. But at the end of the day, it ain't because you told a motherfucker to do this shit. It's because motherfuckers, he need to be fucking dealt with for the shit he done fucking did and said. That motherfuckers decide to bring to a motherfucker attention that, but y'all was already sitting on this shit and had no problem with it until he motherfuckers spoke out against y'all precious little fucking vaccine and shit. So that wasn't the end of Joe Rogan's little tirade on nigga shit, you know. A lot of people have heard this shit, maybe some people haven't, but here's his views about going to see the movie The Planet of the Apes. So Here we go without further ado, because this shit is even worse. But let's go.
So I go, you gotta go to one where there's Planet of the Apes, man. We're gonna go see Planet of the Apes. So I look on the iPhone app, and it says, okay, take me to this one. And the guy goes, okay. I go, is that in a good neighborhood? He's like, oh, yeah. Guy barely speaks English. He takes us there. We get out, and we're giggling. Oh, we're gonna see Planet of the Apes. We walk into Planet of the Apes. We walked into Africa, dude. We walked in the door, and there was no white people. There was no white people.
So the thing that trips me out about his little bullshit ass story is that the part that stands out to me is him confirming with, I guess, a taxi driver or whoever, the driver, Uber driver, I think he said, or whatever, is this a good neighborhood? And the motherfucker tells him yes. And when he shows up at the movie theater and walks in the movie theater and shit, he sees nothing but black people and shit. So he associates any neighborhood that's a black neighborhood as to not be a good neighborhood. That's the glaring part of his story to me that stands the fuck out. Like, if it's a black neighborhood, if it's a majority black movie theater, like anything associated with black should automatically be downgraded and should automatically be a bad neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, there isn't no good black areas anywhere in the country. No good black towns, no good black cities, no good black neighborhoods, no good black nothing. By way of motherfucking, by way of the area being black, no matter what the social status of these motherfuckers are, whether it's middle class, whatever, rich, whatever the fuck you want to call it, no matter what it is, just by it being black by default, it is supposed to be categorized as a bad neighborhood. And the even worse about the shit is the whole thing, like, well, basically he was basically saying in so many words, the Uber driver wasn't on code. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, he was just some foreign motherfucker that barely speak English. Because you're supposed to automatically know without it being said. If I ask you if this is a good neighborhood, you're supposed to tell me whether it's good or bad based on whether white people stay here or it's majority white or not. So he basically called out the cab driver, saying the cab driver was off code because he ain't know what the fuck was going on because he was a foreigner. You know what I'm saying? But if he knew what the fuck was going on, he would have known what I meant when I asked him, was this a good neighborhood or not? You know what I'm saying? So that's why he like, well, the cab driver, he ain't know what the fuck I was talking about. He was a foreigner. He could barely speak English. Because if he did know the deal, he would have known, no, this shit right here, it's mostly niggas over here. Fuck they social status and shit. Fuck, you know what I'm saying? Whether these niggas got money, this is a good black neighborhood or whatever the fuck. Because in their mind, whether it's good, these motherfuckers could be multi-millionaires and billionaires. But if it's a black neighborhood, it's automatically a bad neighborhood to these motherfuckers. You know, that'd be a whole nother reason why, you know, you get some of these black people that try to deny the white supremacist shit, you know what I'm saying, that's ingrained in our fucking society and shit. Like the white supremacy code language don't fucking exist and shit. You know what the fuck they mean when they saying certain shit. You know what they mean when a motherfucker asks you, is this a good fucking neighborhood? It could be it could be a fucking hillbilly hick town, goddammit, full of inbred fucking hillbillies and shit. And if he would have told them, you know, the meth addicts and coke fiends and coke heads or whatever the fuck, inbred meth addicts and coke heads, motherfucking, and he would have felt more comfortable and would have been like, if he would have told him that was a good neighborhood, he walked in the movie theater in that environment, he would have still been like, okay, yeah, he told me it was a good neighborhood. Because it's about race. So being in this denial about certain white supremacist code language ain't really got nothing to do with black, it's this and that. Oh, well, that don't mean this and that don't mean that. You fucking living in a fantasy world. You're fooling yourself. This shit do mean that we live in a system of white supremacy. They don't just come out and say certain shit. Everything is fucking innuendo. It's already unwritten rules to this shit. Certain fucking words. Woke means nigga. That's just all day, every day. When they talk about wokeness, they talking about the black community. When they say Black Lives Matter, they're talking about all black people, not just the Black Lives Matter organization. When they go around, I can't stand Black Lives Matter. They ain't shit, woo up the bam and shit like that. They saying I can't stand black folks. I can't stand it. Every nigga is in Black Lives Matter to these white motherfuckers, to the white supremacists. When they talk about woke, they're talking about the black folks' ideology that they're putting to the motherfucking table as far as in the political spectrum. That's what wokeness is. Any ideas that the black folks, any pro-black folks, programs or thoughts or initiatives is wokeness. Wokeness is directly attached to black. It is what it is. This is the way the shit works. You know what I'm saying? So Joe Rogan, like I say, the draft was off code and Joe Rogan explaining like, well, he don't know no better because he a foreigner. He can barely speak English. He don't know the business. He don't know to tell me, no, it's not, it's a bunch of, I'm taking you to a movie theater that's going to be filled to the brim with niggas. So that's the underlying aspect of this story right here. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy as fuck that, you know what I'm saying, this is normal everyday shit for these motherfuckers. He's talking to these motherfuckers how all these white folks talk behind closed doors and not so behind closed doors. This is just white culture right here. This is a normal everyday conversation for the white motherfuckers. The only thing that was different in that shit is a motherfucker probably would have been like, oh, you end up being in the responses from, when he telling that story, the responses from the other motherfuckers would have been like, oh, you end up being over there with all them jigaboos and all that type of shit. You know, they would have been throwing all type of, they would have been pushing back on them saying more racist shit added to it and they all would have been laughing about it. You know, but this is everyday convo for the white supremacists. This ain't nothing new. Joe Rogan is an average everyday white supremacist. He ain't no higher or no lower than any of these other motherfuckers. He ain't even what I call a white, he just an everyday white supremacist, just like any other motherfucker on the everyday basis. The motherfuckers you see at the grocery store, go to the school with, go to in college and motherfucking at work, in your everyday life, the motherfucker you walk past on the street every motherfucking day. This is just normal everyday talk for these motherfuckers and shit. When black folks ain't around, for sure. He's not even a white supremacist extremist like a skinhead or a Nazi. I wouldn't even put him on none of that category ass shit. A Klansman or a skin. No, he's just an everyday white motherfucking shit. And this is the way they fucking talk when they comfortable when ain't no niggas around. But let me play the rest of this shit.
We walk into Planet of the Apes. We walked into Africa, dude. We walked in the door, and there was no white people. There was no white people. Planet of the Apes didn't take place in Africa. That was a racist thing for me to
say. So, shit just crazy, you know. He even acknowledges that the shit was racist. He know that shit. They laugh about that shit. Yeah, that was racist. You know, it's nothing in there. You know, this just everyday locker room talk for them. What motherfucker Trump said about grabbing by the pussy and all that shit, it's the same type of shit. Motherfuckers talk about this shit casually all the fucking time. They throw niggas around and jigaboos and spit chuckers and porch monkeys and anything you could think of under the sun, jungle bunnies, anything you could think of. These motherfuckers say just in casual conversation amongst themselves and shit. This is white culture. This is everyday white culture. This is their culture. You just getting to see a snippet of their casual conversations and shit because he feel comfortable because he talking amongst them, and you know what I'm saying, and he ain't giving no fuck about being recorded while he doing it. I mean, he's rich, he's untouchable. It don't matter. Y'all can fuck with him all you want. You ain't gonna take away all the millions he already got in his motherfucking pocket. So he wouldn't give no fuck. And he got white supremacist platforms that's telling him if Spotify do get rid of you, we got a bag over here for your ass any motherfucking way. Joe Rogan is untouchable. I'm surprised the man even did a fucking apology to begin with. I don't want the white supremacists to fucking apologize when they get out. When they get down, how they get down, you know, on an everyday basis. I don't need no apology. And I like for this shit to be out in the open because he exposes all the other white supremacists when they come out and be like, oh yeah, shit, oh, he shouldn't be this, he shouldn't be that. What did he say wrong and shit like that? All your little buddy, all, you know, see, this shit scares, you know what I'm saying, these coon niggas. This type of shit is harmful to the coon niggas because when they white supremacist buddies co-sign this shit, then they looking like a goddamn fool and shit because you done been licking these white motherfuckers' ass all your motherfucking life and shit. And now they showing their true colors overtly. And now you stuck in a rock and a hard place. Motherfucker be like, that's your man's? This nigga co-signing Joe Rogan. Now you get the buck dancing now and shit. Now you get to, you know what I'm saying, splaining around this motherfucking shit. Splaining for your white buddy and shit that you told everybody was cool and shit. But he posted on social media that Joe Rogan ain't did nothing wrong, but yet and still Joe Rogan did this.
You know, the nigger thing. Yeah, saying the word nigger. I've already said nigger. He is just like nigger. Saying nigger, she's calling you a nigger. It's like, boy, that he's a nigger. Starts calling them niggers. Word nigger. There should be a word like nigger, especially the word nigger. That's our nigger. Niggers, he says nigger. Guy, a nigger. And there are niggers. Start saying nigger. Allowed to use the word nigger. Out the word nigger, see nigger, word nigger. Say nigger, and they couldn't say nigger. Most nigger.
Yeah, that type of shit is harmful for the buck dancing coon and shit. The butter biscuit eating ass nigga out here got the butter biscuit crumbs all dripping off his motherfucking mouth, swearing white supremacy don't exist, swearing they little white buddies ain't motherfucking racist and shit. But then they open up their Facebook or they Twitter or they motherfucking Instagram and they best white buddy up there posting, we're with Joe. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the fuck they say. Joe Rogan ain't said nothing wrong. Oh, Joe, don't cancel Joe and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want this nigga to be canceled. He's actually a useful tool in our arsenal. Because a motherfucker like Joe exposes all the other races that's around us and shit. Now, if you want to, Joe Rogan just gave you a casual way to do a litmus test for all the white motherfuckers you know in your everyday life. You just go up to him and casually, you know what I'm saying? Because he opened the door for conversation now. Well, what do you think about what's going on with Joe Rogan? How they doing it? What do you think about the Joe Rogan situation? And let them go from there. It'll give you a full understanding of how that motherfucker's true mentality and shit. And some, you know, and motherfucker be like, well, he ain't gonna tell the truth. A lot of times these motherfuckers want to get the shit off their chest instead of having the shit be behind closed doors and shit. And they can only talk, you know what I'm saying, the way they want to talk around they motherfucking buddies when in a comfortable environment where it's only other white people around and shit that they know that they could get away with that shit. And another thing is, I need black folks to realize, like Dr. John Henry Clark says, we have no allies. So when you think your white buddies and shit is your fucking friends and shit, how often is these conversations coming up? How often is they are in a circle of other all white people and shit, and somebody in that circle says some racist ass motherfucking shit, they ain't checking that motherfucker. They ain't saying nothing to that motherfucker. Even if they claim that they ain't a racist themselves. It might make them cringe hearing the shit that they say. But they don't want to be ostracized from their whiteness, from the white group of people that they're in front of. You know what I'm saying? So they aren't gonna say any motherfucking thing. It take a bold motherfucking white motherfucker to stand up to a white supremacist in a room full of white people with no black people around. That shit never happens. You never heard of a white supremacist saying some old white supremacist ass racist shit casually in a all white setting where another white person stand up, hey Johnny, you know what I'm saying? That shit ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to talk like that. You know what I'm saying? That shit was racist as fuck. You never ever hear about that shit. You never see that shit. When they all behind closed doors and shit, they be on call with each other. It's just like the police and shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, got that blue wall of silence and shit, that unwritten rule and shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I might not be actively getting down and being on bullshit with motherfuckers out here in these streets, but I damn sure ain't stopping the next motherfucker even when I'm witnessing them abusing their power and authority and doing shit to a motherfucker. I ain't gonna stop it. I ain't gonna report it. I ain't gonna say shit about it. I'm gonna look the other way. And that's how these other white motherfuckers do that y'all claim is y'all motherfucking allies and shit. They look the other way when they behind closed doors with other white people and they talk like Joe Rogan is talking right now. So just remember that when y'all thinking y'all got a white buddy or a white friend or a white pal or some shit. Is they motherfucking a real ride or die? Has they ever sacrificed anything for black people? Have they ever put anything on the line for black people? Other than hang around you and laughing at you and shit and acting like y'all all cool or whatever the fuck it is. Just ask yourself, what have they ever put on the line for you? What have they ever sacrificed for you? What have they really ever did for you? And that'll let you know if you're dealing with John Brown or you dealing with every other white motherfucker in the world other than John Brown. So I'm gonna leave old Joy, my boy, alone. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, he's a racist piece of shit. There's no explaining that shit away. But we ain't accepting no other motherfucker coming trying to put a battery in our back about this nigga. You know what I'm saying? We'll get on this nigga on our own motherfucking terms. We don't need no motherfucker coming with they sideways fucking agendas and shit because they mad because this motherfucker refused to take the fucking vaccine and shit. Now y'all want a motherfucker come tell us we need to get on Joey and shit and come with this nigga montage. We got this shit. We don't need no motherfucking help. Fuck y'all. But yeah, it's your man, Ole Man Winter. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to need for y'all to like, comment, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what you think. All are welcome, you know what I'm saying, on some comment shit. However you feel about the shit, let it be known. Subscribe if you ain't subscribed yet, you know what I'm saying? If you're feeling the shit that I'm putting down, you know what I'm saying? And share the content if you don't mind, you know what I'm saying, to get the word out there. Like I say, always, let's turn this shit into, some coffee break talk, a water cooler talk, lunch break talk, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying, at your leisure, like I say. Bring the shit up with your little so-called white buddy at work, you know what I'm saying, and bring the Joe Rogan situation up. Even turn the motherfucker on to Ole Man Winter. Hey, well, what you think about this guy's opinion about this situation? You know what I'm saying? Like I say, this some thick skin shit over here. This is no block, no censorship zone. So all opinions will be heard in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a hardcore white supremacist or it's a hardcore down ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? And everything that falls in between and beyond. You know what I'm saying? You dig? And we out. Peace.